Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be jumping in to literally compact machines. We are literally jumping in. Also, check me out over twitch.tv/ChosenArchitect. You can find the link down in the comments. So I took a lot of time setting these resource hogs up, and we now have a resource hog for every single material. I guess you could say every resource hog I have now set up. So this was not an easy task to do, don't get me wrong. I spent all day Sunday trying to get this done, so that way, or I guess I spent all day Saturday because Sunday I don't publish a video. So yeah, this was all done on Saturday in preparation for Sunday's video, which releases on Monday. I hope I didn't blow everybody's mind, but that's the case. So I have all these guys, but this comes with some drawbacks, right? And the drawbacks show up with our FPS. So yeah, having all these pigs is not that great. There are 188 entities that are pigs. So if we do entity list, you can see there is 188 resource hogs that are out and about. But that's not the only big issue with this setup. The packagers, or the packagers, these guys right here, I know they can do multiple things. It's probably better to do that where we have 6 apiece, right? 6 hogs per packager. But wow, I didn't realize how actually bad these packagers are when they're not even working. Because if we were to run a test, so forge, track, start, tile entities, and then we do like 10 seconds. I'm just doing 10 because it's a little bit shorter than doing 60 normally. I'd run a 60. But if we test these, we can come back and see just how much. Yeah, they're a little bit. We have too many. That's for sure. I mean, a couple of them, not a big deal. Having this many, 1 for each resource hog, plus I think 3 of the uranium. Yeah, it's an issue. So after I run the command, we have forge, track, TE. We can get a list. These are all the auto. It's just a whole list. This list actually goes a lot longer. It's for every single one of them. It's doing that. So what I'm going to do to help alleviate some of this is I'm going to consolidate some of them, and I'm going to just start getting rid of some of the ones that we don't need. If we have resources being generated with bonsai pots for these, they're gone. We're going to go ahead and get rid of them. And that goes for a lot of them. A lot of them we are going to be able to get rid of. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to delete probably most of the ore ones and things like that. Remove those guys. I don't know if I even need the seared brick ones, but I'll see. But some of these, like silver, we don't need. We don't need iron. We don't need this because this actually produces amber. So there's no need for us to even use that if it's just going to produce amber for us. So I'm going to get that done and I'll be right back. So with all that cleaned up, our frame rate it feels a little bit better. It's still not the greatest, but it's definitely better than it was. And we did cut down a lot on the little piggies. And we really didn't need them. I think I need to compact these and kind of get them more in a very specific area so we don't have so many spread out all along these sides. But I think we're going to save that for when we do like a base redesign. Not so much a redesign, but a add-on to this base and make it more functional and easier to find things. But today's video is mainly going to be about compact machines. We are going to work on getting and making compact machines and utilizing them. I would love to make a compact machine and use it for power, use it for some of our automation tasks and things like that. I think you could make all kinds of crazy setups with a mixture between compact machines, XNet, and applied energistics. You could do some really crazy, awesome setups with all of those things. So let's get started with what it's going to take to get into compact machines. Let's search up here. So compact machines is very simple. There's not very many things to get, but you do need these miniaturization field projectors, and we're going to need a few of them. or we're gonna need 4 of them. I guess it gives it to us right here. We should have just about everything required to make this, except for paper, I guess. I guess we're out of paper. Out of all things. We're missing a book. So a personal shrinking device is going to be something we're actually going to need later on, but we'll get that as we go. All right, so what are we missing here? We have everything. So this is the wonderful part, the miniaturization field, if I can say it correctly. Let's get some blocks. I can go ahead and use, let's use some black concrete since we have so much of it. So what I want to try to do, I think I can place them here temporarily because we're not going to need them for very long, right? And I'm going to see, I think it needs a 9x9 area if I remember correctly. It's been a little bit of time since I've used this, so it's going to be a little bit of learning. So you can see we can choose by which side of the block we're looking at. We can choose what direction this is going to face in. I think you can also right click this and it says missing opposite field projector requires, and it tells you right here how far out that needs to be. And I seen an arrow was pointed here, arrow was pointed here. You can make this pretty small if you wanted to. I think this one might be big enough. This should support 5x5s, I think. And we need one here. And I think when we click this, it says invalid block in the area. We have chiseled stone. So I think this needs to go up a little bit higher. Trying to remember, I think it's this. The height of this is actually blocking it because I think it needs an actual height as well. So this area may not work for us, which is okay. We need to find somewhere more open, at least to the ceiling wise. And we could do that actually above our base. So what better place to have this all set up than right here? What I'm going to go ahead and do is break these blocks. These corner blocks. I'm going to place concrete here. And this will still put it one higher. We'll be at the level that this block exists at. Did not mean to do that. Boy, that broke it really fast. Okay. Looks like that was really fast that broke that. And we'll place one over here. That'll ensure that we have a pretty large area. Perfect. Place that there. This should match everything. We should be fine. And let's right click. And it's telling us that we are not okay because the shape of this building is not proper. So after all that trial and error, I think I need to raise this up, and we are also 2 blocks out, making this a little bit easier on us. And this should be a proper field projector setup. I hope. I hope I got this correct this time. Like I said, it has been a while. Invalid block, coal amber. It's still saying this is an invalid block, but I'm pretty sure, I guess this actually needs to be super tall. I don't know how tall it needs to be. That's the issue that I'm running into. But once it does set up, it does make a pretty cool setup. Let's see. We are how many blocks out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and that would be the 4th. So maybe it's 3 up with our projectors. Surprise is not saying that this is in the way, the quartz slabs. There it goes. So that's the projector setup. So this will do the size that we want right here. This will do the 5 block size, which is the max size that I want to set up today. That's perfect. So yes, let's talk a little bit about how these work, because this is actually ready to go, I believe. We need to go compact machines. And we need to make this compact machine wall. Now, this is going to require a block of iron and redstone on top of it. And you're going to throw redstone into the miniaturization field, and it's going to produce these compact machine walls. That's what we're after, is the compact machine walls. So let's take a look. We have iron. We have some iron blocks. Let's get some redstone. And let's just take a look at how this should work. I think this works in this setup here. We should just go to the center. We place a redstone block, and then we literally should be able to throw that there, I think. Just throw it into the miniaturization field. It is going to produce that and drop the items on the ground. Let's try this again. Let's get out of the miniaturization field and throw it in. There we go. And you can see how that is producing things. Perfect. And we're getting compact machine walls, which is what we are going to need in order to make our compact machines. Believe me, these are not as hard as people may think they are. It's actually very, very simple. And well worth it. At least in my opinion. Because compact machines can do some really cool things. So, how many do we need for the top tier compact machine? This will be a 13 by 13 by 13 room. We need 98 of them, so a little more than a stack. So that just gave us a complete stack. So all we need is a little bit more iron blocks, and we should be able to make more of these. So iron blocks, which we should have plenty of iron. There we go. We're also going to need some emerald. In block form. And that should make it pretty easy for us to get up here. Alright. So I'm going to finish doing this. Let's see. Look, we only need a couple more. I do believe. So at compact machines. 98. Okay. All right. That should be enough, I believe. We need to do it one more time to get just enough. There we go. I do love these animations. It's actually really cool with the other machines when we actually make the full-size compacts. Those are really cool. All right, so to do this, if we click here on the max size, our ender pearl is going to be what we throw in. We need emeralds, or an emerald block, and we need this. And if we hold shift, you can see that the internal structure is actually hollow with the emerald block in the center. So that is how this is going to be set up. And we need a lot of compact machine walls. And this is a 5 by 5 structure. Not this size, because this is way bigger. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7 by 7. We need to go with this right here. And we're just going to line this whole thing. Keep it into a 5 by 5. And all the walls and such. Now, the only part that is going to need to be empty is the center. And we're going to have an emerald block in there. So, all this needs to be done is just completed to its size. I don't know if we have like we have a building gadgets. So like a building gadget, and we can take this and we can set the building gadget to surface. Don't need the range, doesn't need to be so high. That needs to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. And then this gets filled in. Just like that. Now, the only thing we need to do is grab an ender pearl. And just simply throw one in here. And that will take it and we'll miniaturize our room. Super cool. As you can see, takes a little bit longer, I think, for these. But it is getting smaller. You can see the bounding box. Such a cool animation. And voila, we have a max size compact machine. At least the max that we have access to, at least is what it says. Yeah, it says right here, the maximum compact machine. So what are we going to need to get this to work? Well, we're going to need ourselves, I do believe, a personal shrinking device. And I said earlier that we were going to need that. So let's go ahead and make that. Personal shrinking device. We need another piece of, we just need a book. Just another book. And there we go. So what we can do with this is take it over here to where our machines are at, like our majority of our machines. And for right now, I'm just going to place it right here. We can move it later on, but you can see right here, these are the different inputs and outputs that you can actually set up for this thing. You can see right here, we have a tunnel. This tunnel can be placed on the inside wall of the compact machine once you get in there, and you can actually connect things to it to basically decide what these sides can be used for. So you see right here, used to connect wall blocks with outside compact machine faces, and this is used to transfer redstone signals between walls and such like that. So this is the one where you use to transfer items and energy, I believe, and fluids as well. This is just for redstone. So we'll work on making those things later, but we should be able to hop in here. So we need a shrinking device. If we click on this right now, it's unused. We have not traveled there. As soon as we right click it with this shrinking device, we can go to it. And this is where the magic happens. I do believe by default, normally these are chunk loaded. Also, they don't require light. So if you hit F7, this thing is crazy. Also, we are given a cake for some reason, an overworld cake whenever we spawn into another dimension. I don't know what adds that, but it does. And when we're in here, we can hold shift and right click to set our entry point. So if we wanted to spawn over here, when we join into this thing, we can set this and it'll set where we actually spawn inside this giant box. So that is a nice feature. So what we can do is put like nuclear craft stuff in here. I was wanting to put nuclear craft power in this place. And if I remember correctly, if the chunk in the world is loaded, this will stay loaded as long as the chunk in the overworld is loaded, that the compact machine is in. I believe that's how the config is set up and everything. So that should be what we need to do. Now, if we want to get out, all we gotta do is right click on our shrinking device and we will now be out. Now, after we went to the place, we can now right click this and we can see inside. There's also this right here, lock for players. We can now prevent players from accessing this if we really wanted to. And you can also now, if you don't have your thing on you, I guess right click to get in here. But it may look a little trippy right now as this thing is working. You can see right here, it's kind of trippy with nothing in it. It's hard to tell if it's a cube facing you or it's a cube facing away from you. But you're looking inside is what you're actually doing. And what we can do is place some blocks in here. That's probably the best thing to do, right? Place some blocks. So place a block. Place some blocks over here. Like so. And yeah, when we exit out, we can now view the items that are inside and machines. Some machines don't show up, but these, for the most part, they do. They're supported. Pretty cool. So to make those tunnels that I was talking about earlier, we're gonna have to do a few things. One being place down a compact machine wall. Did not mean to throw you there. Place down a compact machine wall. Place a hopper on top of that. And then surround that with redstone. And then throw redstone in here. And that is going to miniaturize this. And it's going to give us a compact tunnel. Or a lovely tunnel so we can access our compact machine from the inside and from the outside, making it a really compact machine. This is the whole point. This is the whole thing. So what you can do is take your crazy setups that you have in single player or multiplayer. Multiplayer is just, I mean, it works just as well. And it kind of helps with that FPS issue. So if you're having FPS issues, because say you have 1,000 pigs near you or so, you can set these up and make those machines that are causing you lag, it'll cause you less lag, right? So that's a really cool feature of this. Plus it makes things nice and small. So let's head down here where our stuff is at. And I believe all you got to do is while you're inside, you can place these on the wall, right? So you can see right here, this is set to down. When we right click it, down, north, west, south, east, and then it comes off, right? So if we do up, that means there's a connection up. I think it'd be probably best to describe this if we had a chest and a hopper, right? So this is currently up. Let's put a hopper there. And let's do a chest. I don't know if it automatically pipes the item directly into an inventory. I guess we could find that out. That'd be good information to know. Is if that connected directly to it will send items directly into this. Let's go back out. And we'll try it. So let's throw this in here. It does look like it's going into something, because it is leaving. And it hasn't finished yet. So let's see, is it still finishing? So yeah, you can see that it does send the items directly into this machine. And that's how this magic works. You can also have one on this side that is maybe set to not north, but east. And we have a hopper connected to it. And this hopper is sending the final product to the outside. So let's go ahead and go back out again. And remember, this is on the east side. We have items waiting. So if we get a chest and say we're on this side, we can put a chest here. And that should fill with the stuff that's inside that compact machine. So very interesting stuff that you can do with these tunnels and compact machines. So like I said, having your setups in there, making things work very well. And that would be well worth it. So I have so many things planned for these, and plus you can have more than one of them. Of course, you can have as many as you want. But like I said, I'm going to be doing so many cool things with these. I can't wait to start utilizing them. It's going to be very helpful, especially when you're having issues with frames and things like that. We can put our entire power system in here to produce power. That would be really, really useful. So we don't have the lava stuff just generating lag for us. We can condense things way down, and that is the plan, guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. The next few episodes, we are going to be working on some other things, getting more things set up to make compact machines work for us. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, guys, give this video a huge thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Also, don't forget, by the way, to check out the live stream. Link down below in the comments. You won't be disappointed. Guys, I do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching.